Okay. Order of operations. Yay!
Yeah.
Yes, PEMDAS. All right.
Okay.
Whew. PEMDAS is quite the.
Which one?
Yeah. Okay. So, get out y'all's notebooks. Order of operations. Okay. When dealing with order of operations, we are dealing with PEMDAS. PEMDAS. What is PEMDAS? Anybody?
The C?
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Good job. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. All of y'all should have learned this. Well, you should have learned this like 6th grade, right? 7th grade, remember, right? So, from looking at this, what does the P stand for in the PEMDAS?
Parentheses.
Good job. It stands for parentheses. What about the E?
Exponent.
Exponents. Okay? Exponents. We're going to draw it like this. We have an A, and then we have this X right here. And we are going to circle or put a box around that X. That is an exponent. Okay? M.
Multiplication.
Multiplication, okay? We are going to make multiplication a dot, okay? You are in Algebra 1 now. No longer will you be using an X, okay? Or not an X. Yeah, no longer will you be using an X because an X is used as a variable now, okay? And you don't want, the last thing you want is to be saying 5x times 7. No, that looks crazy, right?
Yeah.
Looks quite confusing, right? So that's a no-no. We're not going to be doing that. Multiplication, we're going to be using a dot, okay? So, D. What does the D stand for?
Division.
Division, okay? Ms. Howell, what does the A stand for?
Adding.
Good job. Addition. Berkshire, the S.
Fraction.
My man. Okay? PEMDAS is real. Now, when you are adding and subtracting negatives and positives or integers, okay, it is very simple to do this. What happens? Well, let's discuss what an integer is. Integer. Because this let's be real. Yes, there are such things as mixed numbers, natural numbers, whole numbers, and stuff like that. But the main numbers you're going to be working with in this classroom are both integers, whole numbers, and fractions. Sometimes mixed numbers. Not as much though. I'm not going to ask for mixed numbers. Matter of fact, the main ones you're going to be dealing with are integers and both proper fractions and improper fractions, okay? Sometimes decimals, but that's if we start talking about money. Other than that, I'm not about to sit here and go into a wide array of different numbers with y'all. If I could just sit here and prove a point, plain and simple, all right? So, integers. You will be doing order of operations with integers. I'm not going to have you doing order of operations with decimals, okay? With that being said, all of y'all's answers should be an integer, okay? So, integers are numbers from negative infinity all the way to positive infinity. Okay? Numbers from negative infinity to positive infinity. And then, what happens? Well, we have to add, we have to subtract. So let's go over adding and subtracting. Because multiplying and dividing is necessarily, well, it's pretty easy. All right? So, adding and subtracting. What happens when that happens? Well, when you add and subtract, say you have, for example, -2 minus 4. Say, for example, you have -2 minus 4. Are you trying to give me the answer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Before I do that, I'll let you give me the answer. Well, what's another way of looking at this? Well, another way to look at this, -2 minus 4 is just like saying that's equal to -2 plus a -4, okay? Negatives and subtractions, negative signs and subtraction signs, they both go hand in hand. They both mean the same exact thing, okay? They both mean the same exact thing. So when you have a negative number being subtracted by another number, then just add them both together, okay? What's the answer?
-6.
-6, good job. You keep the negative number, that's equal to -6. -2 plus a -4, that's equal to -6, okay? If you have, let me see, -2 plus 4, that's just like saying, that is just like saying 4 minus 2. Okay? Matter of fact, let me write this answer in a different color. Okay? If you have a -2 plus 4, that's just like saying 4 minus 2. What's 4 minus 2?
2.
There you go, right? Here's what happens. Here's what happens. Whenever you're finding the difference between two numbers, your answer keeps the sign of the larger number, okay? When finding the difference, the answer takes the larger numbers sign. Okay? When finding the difference, the answer takes the larger number sign. So which one is larger between these two? The 4 and or the 2?
4.
The 4, right? And what sign is the 4?
Plus.
It's a positive, okay? So therefore, your answer is going to be positive. So if you have -2 plus 4, what is our answer?
Wait,
Notice how I didn't ask you this, right? What is -2 plus 4?
4 minus 2 is 4.
It's still 2.
It's still 2. Good job.
It's just trying to say that the 4 is positive with a plus sign.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So whenever y'all see something like this, this is the same exact way if you wanted to rewrite it, okay? That's what that is equal to. If you have, let me see, 2 minus 4 is equal to -4 plus 2.
-2.
What do y'all think?
Negative.
You already answered. Holcomb,
Huh?
you look bored in the back. What do you think? What's our answer to this one? What's 2 minus 4?
-2.
There you go. All right. your answer takes, when dealing with the difference, your answer takes the larger number. And how do we know if it's the difference? Well, we call it the difference because the numbers have different signs, okay? That's what happens when you find the difference, okay? Your numbers have different signs. And finding the difference is just you subtracting. So whenever your numbers have different signs, opposite signs, that's when you subtract. You take the difference. And your answer takes the larger number's sign. Okay, the larger of the two. Which of these is larger? Theoretically, on a number line, the 2 is larger than the -4. But in terms of equation, which one of these numbers is larger? The 4, right? And what sign is the 4?
Negative.
A negative, okay? Remember what I said. A negative and a subtraction sign, they both go hand in hand, okay? So therefore, that's why -4 plus 2, or 2 minus 4, is equal to a -2. Okay? Everybody understand so far? Don't worry, we're gonna get more so into it. Now, multiplying and dividing. Very simple. Who here has ever done a multiplication grid? Multiplication grid, you know, where you're multiplying 1 times 1, 7 times 7, 7 times 8, 7 times 9. Yes? All that? Well, here's a little bit of a chart that you can make, all right? Little chart that you can make. And this chart deals with you multiplying / dividing integers, okay? Multiplying / dividing integers. And we have our plus and minus, right? Firm guess. Positive multiplied or divided by another positive will be what? What do you think?
Positive.
Good job, Campos. A positive multiplied or divided by a negative will be a what?
Positive.
A negative.
A negative. Okay? A negative multiplied or divided by a positive will be a negative. Good job. And a negative multiplied or divided by a negative will be
Positive.
Keep this chart in your notes, okay? This will help you. It will. All right?